Let me show you how easy it is to set up these money card holders to print and cut and make the next monetary gift you give be that much more special. So I've opened Silhouette and I have set the size to a letter size paper, and then I'm going to press M to get these registration marks. Very important when you're going to do print and cut, because these lines are how your machine knows where what you've printed is so that it cuts in the appropriate spot. So I like to keep my files just on my computer and then I just drag them into Silhouette. I love that about Silhouette. So we're going to do this one as our example, red with a circle. And each of these comes with and without the circle to put the amount of money. Like maybe you want to put it on there, maybe you don't, you have options. But we're gonna put it on there. So then I'm just gonna go to text, I'm gonna type in $20, highlight it, select a fill color up there, go to my fonts, just pick a font that works, and then you can adjust the size up with this drop down, but I prefer to just click on it and just drag it, oops, because it's a little bit faster. All right, so that's going to print, and now we need to go grab the cut lines. Now this is the Silhouette Business Edition, so I'm using the SVG file. DXF files will work on the Basic Edition. So I'm going to move this down here just so you can see what's included in this. So this has 3 different layers. I'm going to right click and I'm going to ungroup. So you definitely need the outside part to cut. You want this to cut because that's what you're going to put your money through, but you may or may not want this circle to cut. It kind of makes it look, you know, like something you bought at the grocery store, or if you wanted to use this as a tag and put a little bit of money along with a gift, you would want that circle. But I'm just going to say I'm giving this as a gift and I don't want that hole. I'm actually going to group this back together, because now what we want to do is we need these to line up. So you don't have to line them up perfectly. See, that's off center. You can drag over both and then go to here, and you're going to get it vertically and horizontally centered. Then you might need to move your dollars again. So now we have that all set up. Now you can do 2 of these per piece of paper, but just so it stays right side up for you, I'm going to keep it this way. Now we're going to go to the layers and we're going to organize this so we have a print layer and a cut layer so you get it all done correct. And we need a top level folder for each instead of like 1 top level and 3 secondary. So I'm going to do a new one and I'm going to label it print. And then I'm going to select the money. Where are you, money? Text, and I'm going to drag it up into the print, and then I'm going to select the background art and drag that up into print. So just to make sure we got what we want in there, I'm going to turn that off. Oh, and you'll see the $20 disappeared because I put the bottom layer art over the text. So you want to make sure you have everything layered correctly so that it looks good. Okay, so that's what's going to print. Then this is what is going to cut, which is basically this group. I'm going to pull that up so it's in that top layer. I'm going to do cut, highlight those and delete those, just so it's nice and clean. It's a great habit to get into for other projects that are even a little more complicated. So now you're going to hide the cut layers, have the print ones showing, and then you're just going to print on your printer. To get the best color, you're going to want to use glossy photo paper. So you're going to do that and send that to your printer. All right, once that's printed, you're going to put the paper on your mat. You're going to come back here, you're going to turn off print, you're going to turn on cut, and then you're going to go to send. And I just keep cardstock textured heavy 80 pound. That works great for a glossy photo paper. And you're just going to send and it's going to cut for you. Now that you have your cards printed and cut and you have some money, you just need to put it in. So all you're going to do is fold up the inside of these little tabs. So just that part, this part stays down. You fold that up, and then you're going to roll up your money pretty tightly. I always think crisp bills look a little bit nicer than really old dirty ones. And then you're going to slide it through the holes. And then when you let go, it's going to unravel a little bit so it fits perfectly. So it's a very fun way to give money as a gift. I include the cut files to make a box as well, so that you can put it in there if you're going to be giving it to someone in person. I like to do that, so I figured you might also. So let's talk about what you get and how to make that in your Silhouette. So it comes with 3 different file types, and this will come in DXF for the basic software or the SVG for the business edition. If you're going to use a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, you would use this one that says 12 by 12 paper. Or if you want to use letter size, you're going to have to use 2 pieces of paper, one for the base and one for the lid. So I'm going to show you how to set it up for the 12 by 12, and then you basically do the same thing for the base and the lid. So I'm a dragger. I just like to keep my files on my computer and then drag them over when I'm using them. So I have moved this, it's the 2 boxes. The red lines are the cut lines. The blue lines are the score lines. Now we're going to go down here to our layers panel. And as much as I organize them before I make them, when they import into Silhouette, we still need to do a little bit of work because we need 2 top level layer folders basically. We need one that's going to be to your score lines. So I just changed the one that is there automatically to score, and then we're going to add another one, and we're going to call that cut. Now we need to move the files into their correct folders. So you can see this says cut and then a bunch of stuff. So we're just going to click the plus sign so we can see the group. We're going to drag the group up into the cut folder. Then we're going to hit the plus for the score, and we're going to drag it so it's just below this top level folder. Now this is all empty, so we're going to highlight this one and delete it. So this gets us set up so that it's going to be really easy for our machine to know what to do. Now we're going to go click on send, and we're going to go not to simple. Simple will cut everything. We're going to go over to layers. And now you can see the 2 layers that we just set up, score and cut, are all ready to go. And we want score to be the first thing that happens. So we're going to go over here. We're going to choose action, score. For a heavy cardstock, I like to do a score level of 3 or 4. So it's not too hard and it's not going to split. So we're just going to put that to 3. And that's the force. You want to change that. The cutting, no problem. Then just to make sure, you can click that to make sure the score lines go away and you just have your red cut lines, just to make sure, triple check, everything is on the right layer. And now you're just ready to go. You're just going to send it to your machine, and the auto blade is going to first score these black lines and then cut the red lines. Now we're going to put the box together, which was designed specifically to hold these money cards. See how perfectly that fits in there? Great way to give it as a gift. So we have our top and our bottom, and you're just going to gently fold along the score lines, and the tabs fold on the long edge. And then we're just going to put some glue or double stick tape or like any kind of adhesive, and we're going to fold these tabs in to put the box together. I'm going to just use a little glue stick. So I'm going to put the glue on the outside of each of these tabs. So the folds are going that way and we're putting on that side. Because we don't want the tabs on the outside, because as my mother would say, that's unsightly. So there's the bottom of the box, and then I just do the same thing. I if you need to shape it at all, just kind of pinch it in. Now we can put the money card that we just put money in, put that in there, put the lid on, and it's good to go.